The other day when I was working on the yo-yos, which are folded around the edge and sewed to make those little pouches, I remembered that there was another thing that you could also fold and make a shape. And one of those is to take and make hexagons. And so I'd start from a circle and then fold it in a way that I'd get my hexagons. And once I got my hexagons all done, I was able to put them together to make a really neat little pillow. And it was already sort of quilted on the inside because of the layers. So I thought, well, I'll just bring that out and give that a try. And so what you'll have your hexagons. You'll have the back side of your hexagon. You can see all the folds, and there's your good side of your hexagons. And when you get a little stack of hexagons, I used to take and stick them with a pin because they're not sewed anywhere right now. And you'd have a neat little stack, so it'd be bigger than that. And so here's how I always started with making my hexagons. I'd start with a circle, and the one that I was working on for that particular little patch was a 3-inch across, and then I'd cut out my fabric and make my template and then fold that. And it would make a hexagon that was 1 3/4 inch from side to side. So here we go. So now I've taken my template, I've made my circle, and it's important to put a place in the center, a dot in the very center, because that's going to be your focal point. All right, and pick it up and take the edge and fold it towards that center point, and then crease it nicely. Now what you're going to do is you're going to rotate it a little bit, and you're going to come down here to this bottom point, and you're going to pull it up to that center point. When I can find where it went, somewhere in there. All right, and then I'm going to press that, and I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to press that, and guess what? I'm going to keep going with that. I'm going to press that with my finger, and then I'm going to take and rotate again. You can see how many sides I've already gotten finished. See how neat that looks? And then you can sort of press it as you go. All right, then do the next one. Yeah, a little hard to see where the center is. It's right there. And then do it again. And then all of a sudden you're all the way around to the end. And that looks sort of strange. This one comes out, it's coming out a little funny. But the point was, but when you get it really good at doing this, I haven't done it in a little while, you'll get them where they'll be so close together, and you just fold this up towards that center piece and then press it. And when you turn it over, you'll see your hexagon and your little flaps want to come up. And you can sort of look and see, that it's not too bad. And after you do them over and over again, you get a really good sense of what looks like a good one. Then I take the pin and stab it through the middle and add it to one of my piles, like maybe this one right here, and just add it on the bottom. Pretty soon you've got them all. And once you get that part done, you're ready to take and put them together. So I grab, let's say I take these two, and I know that I'm going to put them together. So it's just like when you do yo-yos, you lay the good sides together, and you start with a knotted thread, and you go and you connect these two sides, and you pick it up all the way over to the edge right there. And then I would just pull it up and run it through a couple times, and maybe even make a knot and run it through the inside. And then when you'd open it up, it would be laying there together, and you would build whatever you were going to do from there. And that's one way to do a folded hexagon.